Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, and welcome to tonight's show. That's the mic on. Good evening, and welcome to tonight's show. This is yours truly, SBI, coming to you live and direct from the branch of the Appoint Media Group here in Boston, Massachusetts of the USA. The time now is 8:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Looks like I'm having an echo. Okay. It looks like I'm having an echo, but it looks like I'm okay right now. Okay, once again, thank you. If you're not hearing me, let me know. If you're not hearing me, let me know. Because I'm coming in from this is for the first time. For the first time, we're coming back to the studio. Okay. For the first time, we're coming back to the studio. See, gotta remove this. Okay. See. What's going on here? Okay, just please pardon me. I know some of you want to kill me for this. Again, this is SBI coming to you live and direct from the Grand Studio of Unique Images Media Group here in Boston, Massachusetts. The time now is 8:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, if you're just joining us from the other side of the Atlantic, the time now is, you know what it is over there. You are in Nigeria. Is I believe 1:40 p.m. 1:40 a.m. right now over there. So we are saying to you good morning if you're joining us from there. And if you're joining us from here, we're saying good evening. And if you're joining us from Asia, we're saying good afternoon. Okay, once again, this is yours truly, SBI. It's been quite a long time since I came to you from this side of the aisle. For some time now, I've been shooting from different parts here in my house because of the problem we're having with reception here in the studio. But it looks like today we are going to be doing a little better today, okay? So, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen. Well, quite a lot of things we have for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Quite a whole lot of things we have for you tonight, quite a whole lot. Like I said again, it's been quite for almost 3-4 days now. We've not been on the air. We've been doing some things, catching up with other things that are also around us. Okay, but here we are tonight. Here we are tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, the president, the president is still hammering. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the president is still hammering. The president is no joke. Okay. There are a couple of things I'm going to put to rest tonight on this show, my show, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of things I'm going to let you know, reasonable minds. I'm going to be talking to you, those of you that have been sending me messages, sending me DMs, okay, asking me, SBI, which side are you on? Which side are you on? What are you doing? Are you still an obedient? All kinds of things you guys have been sending and asking me. Okay? Tonight, I'm going to put it to rest once and for all. And I hope you will, you know yourself. You come into this show. You know yourself. Okay? I'm saying this to you. I said it the last time I was on the air. Okay? I'm still an obedient. Okay? As every Nigerian is. Including the current president. Yes. Every single Nigerian is supposed to be an obedient. No two ways about it. Okay? So I am still an obedient and for life. Okay? But to the Nigerian cause. That is the fact. As the current president, as even Obi himself, okay, to the current course, which is the Nigerian course. I'm still an obedient, and that is why I'm doing what I'm doing tonight, and I've been doing what I've been doing for some time now that you guys are questioning. Okay, some of you that thought that I jumped ship or whatever, no, the ship that I am on from the beginning is the ship of Nigerian sheep. Okay, and so far I believe and I think that ship is going to a direction that looks good to me, and I believe that looks good to you too. Until the tribunal does us part. How many times am I going to say that? I'm saying it again tonight. Everything I'm doing on this show is completely distinguished from what is happening at the tribunal. I'm speaking to you and I'm discussing the matters on this show as it is right now. Where we are right now, there are different things and there are so many things we couldn't change. There are so many things, yes, whatever way you feel, I feel couldn't change it. Okay? So what do we need to do? We need to be where it is right now, which is what is happening right now in Nigeria. We couldn't change the fact that there was a president. 29th of May came and gone. You couldn't do anything. Nobody could do anything. Our president took over. And since then, he's been making strong presidential decisions. Yes. Now you can question it. I can question it. Everybody can question it. The decisions he's making now. You can second guess it. I can second guess it. Anybody can second guess. Even his people. Everybody can second guess what the president is doing now. What is behind it? But the most important thing for me is the result. Are we seeing the result? Are we getting the result? Yes, some things like tonight, the things like tonight, I'm going to question some things tonight. Like I told you, if he calls it wrong, I'm going to come here on the air and I'm going to talk to him. If he calls it right, I'm still going to come here on the air and I'm going to praise him. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, this is what we have on the show. We are saying that the president, this was the fourth week now, he is still not resting. Some of you think that even his people too think that the president will be resting by now. No. He came equipped. He came packed. He came knowing what he wants to do. He came knowing what he wants to do for Nigeria, and I think he's doing it. It might not be to the extent some of you and some of us will want to see it happen, but he's doing it. The president is doing it. The president is calling it. He's calling those shots. Okay? I told us last week, I said more is still coming. From where that came from, which is the people that he fired that will not be rehired, the people that are in jail, and all kinds of people. I told us that the president, as it is, have more coming from where that came from. And lo and behold today, without prior notice, because that's exactly how he's been operating. He won't tell you that he's coming, and he will strike. And I think this is a man that is prepared. Ladies and gentlemen, reasonable minds. This is somebody that is prepared. I've said it before. And these are the things that are making me to feel for him right now. And to, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that make me to, start doing this for the president. Because of the way he's doing it. He's taking people completely unawares, including his own people. If so, if there's anything like his own people, I salute you, I salute you. Okay, including his own people. He's taking everybody completely unawares. I think the only person that might know what he's doing now might be his chief of staff. His chief of staff, whom I told us from the beginning, is going to be the one who's going to be the shot caller. Yeah, the chief of staff. Yes, he's going to be the shot caller. Because he knows the terrain. And the president The way he is doing what he's doing, reasonable minds, is unprecedented. We don't even know what is happening. Everybody right now is not sitting strong. It's not sitting tight. Nobody right now is sitting tight on their seat, especially those that transition from the past dispensation. Nobody is sitting strong because he can come knocking at your door. Either he come asking you what happened, or he come taking you out, or he come arresting you. It's been long since we saw such a president, or such a an acting, an action president, like I called him the last time. Okay, so there are so many things tonight we're going to talk about on what he is doing and what he has done so far. Okay, and what he's also about to do. Okay, and what he's about to do. We're going to talk about all those things tonight. Quite a whole lot has happened in the last 1 week, including the stocks shooting up. Including the stocks shooting up. All those things are plus. Plus, let's put the president aside. All those things are plus for the nation. Even if the president is going to be there for the next 1 month or 2 months or 1 week or whatever, he has left a mark. Even if at the end of the day, okay, and he decides to, or like I keep on saying, or the tribunal call divorce him from us, or divorce us from him, whichever way. If that becomes the situation tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling us right now, this president has left a mark. In just these 2 short weeks, short 2-3 weeks or whatever, he has left a mark. And every single day that adds to his presidency comes with something new. Every day now, as a Nigerian, you wake up expecting to hear something from the presidency. We don't even hear so much from him in terms of speaking. But all he will see is his action. Yes. We don't hear so much. He doesn't say so much. But he's been having all these meetings, and all these chats with different kind of agencies. I mean, it's like he has seen almost all the agencies. Because he's not doing any of the things he's doing now without having a conversation or without having a knowledge of what has happened in that agency. It's either he knew it coming in, or he's not resting, he's not sleeping. Meaning every single minute he's meeting someone. I saw a picture today of him and Bill Gates. Okay, I saw another picture of him with Dangote and all these things. And what we're hearing now that he is on his way to France. First official visit. The France one is the Mr. President. The France one is the one I don't know. Because anytime you go to France, 2 things will happen: medical and economics. They all mixed up in the France. You know what I'm saying? So the point is which one, but whichever one you're doing, I think is for good. Let me put it that way. Because all these things we've seen you doing now, I keep on saying, it's not happening with a man who is not prepared. I know some of you will say, SBI, what? Please, let me say it to you right now. This is my show, and I can call it as I see it. Okay? If you think I'm not calling it right, you can start your own show and start calling it the way you feel. But I'm calling it as authentic as it can be. Right now, so far, so good for this presidency. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking to us about what he is doing and what he has done. Forget about what is going on at the tribunal. That one, like I told us, is going to take his course. It's going to come together at the end of the day. If it happens that, yes, at the end of the day that Obi is coming, I think he will be coming into a little bit of a better Nigerian than the last president left it. Because some people are now being put in place. Some situations now are being put in place. Which Obi also, these are the kind of things that Obi will also do. What this president is doing, Obi will also do that. I tell us now. And that makes me to feel, is he taking, as some of you have said, that he is stealing from Obi's mandate and stuff? So long as it's good for Nigeria. So long as it's good for Nigeria. Igbo says, anytime I want to say this, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to say now, anytime I want to use that proverb or that adage, and it's an Igbo adage that says, meaning I don't care who is coming to my domot, so long as my hand is being taken care of. So right now, Nigeria is being taken care of. Unfortunately, to some of you, it's not the person you would like to see take care of it. But it's okay. It's okay. What we wouldn't have seen or have happened is having the past president still on seat. So if this president now is cooling the seat for Obi to come in at the end of the day, if it's going to be him, so be it. But so long as it's not the past president, let us be honest to ourselves on this matter. Let us, because a whole lot of bull crap happened under the watch of our past president, including this man here, including this man, including him. This man once upon a time happened to us. If you got to know the things about this man, okay, I've seen some of us that want to be trouble and try to say all kinds of things. Please, take that off yourself. Come off that your heels and just look at it as it is. This man was not good to Nigeria, period. Emefiele was not good to Nigeria, for Nigeria. He didn't mean good for Nigeria. Take it or leave it. More things about him still coming out, will be reviewed in the days to come. He did so much bad to that country. So if there's nothing else that this president will do or has done or have done, is to take this man out, because he was an enemy of the state. And I say with all power in my blood, honestly, he didn't mean well for the country. Because the more you see and read things about him, okay, the more you say to yourself, how did this happen? How did 202 to 250 million people sit and watch this man do what he did to us? Inflation rate under this man's watch rose to 67 times. It rose up to 70 or 80% under this guy's watch. And he came in looking the way he looks, like he cannot kill an Ndanda. But this man was doing quite a whole lot. Forget about the things we've been hearing, or about it got to do with the president. The president is going after him because of the election or whatever. Bull crap. If that is also part of it, yes. If that is part of it, it's part of it. If it is. But there are so many other things that the president saw that made him to remove him, including Bawa. These two guys. Remember the president had a meeting with them? The president had a meeting with them. And I came here and I said that he should be careful. He should watch his back. After that meeting, I came on the air and I said it. Because I had an intel on what was about to happen. And after that, I told us that another big one was about to happen. The EFCC guy happened. And I told us that the president is not resting, that more will also happen, and more happened today. This time, he didn't want to start taking them one by one. No. He took the complete service chiefs. He just took away the entire service chiefs and replaced them with a different set of people. Took them all out. Took them all out. This is not a situation of taking them one by one. And you think he just did that just like that? You think he took them out because he just woke up and want to take them out? No, he knew everything. He knew everything about them. He knows every single thing he needs to know about these people. He does. But anyways, it looks like I've gone beyond, what, 20 minutes into the show, and I've not prayed. Okay, now I will not do that. I've been away from the show for some time now. I cannot start the show tonight without praying. But there are a few things I needed to put, some housekeeping I needed to put in place here before we continue. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, reasonable minds, you will join me now as we officially open this show and go into the discussion of all these things we're talking about. Quite a whole lot of them to talk about tonight. Quite a whole lot of them. Okay, so let us pray. Father, tonight we thank you and we bless you. We honor you and we exalt you. We magnify you and we adore you for who you are. You still remain our Father. You change it not. You change it not. You are still the same forever and ever. We thank you. We bless you. For this day, Lord, was that day you made, you created, and you gave us every authority to rejoice and be glad in it. Indeed, we did and we had. We thank you and we bless you. As you took us to and fro and brought us home safely, some of us you're bringing us to this meeting tonight to come and have a time and season with you, Lord. We are now saying thank you. As we now ask, is there anything that will make this meeting tonight not to be a pleasant one? Father, we say forgive us in the mighty name of Jesus. And let that thing and that situation be taken away from this arena in the mighty name of Jesus. Now we boldly declare that unto you this evening shall the gathering of your people be. We're saying, let shall be thine name tonight, Lord. As we commit everything tonight into your holy hands, everything that we will say tonight, as we also declaring that our sentences will come from your presence, that you will direct, you will dictate, and you will manufacture the things what we'll talk about and the things that we'll say and do tonight, Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. I commit your sons and daughters as they join this meeting tonight into your holy hands. I ask, Lord, that your grace and your mercy, your power and your favor continue to speak and open doors for them wherever they are, Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. Having come in contact with you, Father, they will not remain the same again, including all that concerns them, Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we thank you and we bless you. I commit Nigeria into your holy hands. Commit all that is going on right now into your holy hands. Father, we are still in that season. We still know that Nigeria is still at the center of your purpose. So, Father, we ask that all that concerns that country from the head to the foot, Lord, you will continue to dictate and perfect, Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you, Lord, and blessed be the name tonight. For in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen and amen and amen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you for you and all that are joining us tonight. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, like we said, we have quite a whole lot going on tonight. Okay, first and foremost, the president, we are now saying, has dissolved all the service chiefs. Okay, all the service chiefs, the army chief, the air force, the police, the navy, every single one of them, including the customs and every single one of them, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't stop. He dived in. He dove into every single one of them. Okay. If that was anything against, or they are planning against anyhow, okay, he just spoiled their party. The president just spoiled their party. Now, some of us will be saying, or some of you will be saying, that he's doing these things to take away, whichever way he's doing it, okay, this is the reason why I would like us to look at it differently from how we would have seen it or feel about what he has done so far, what he's doing. Okay, so far now we know what he has done with the subsidy. We know what he has done with electricity. We know what he has done with the student loan. That one, there's still a lot of question on as well around that one, the student loan. I mean, the other day I was reading something where they were stating all the things that will make that makes it impossible for that student loan to work in Nigeria. Okay. Okay, thank you. So there's, they were saying so many things that they were saying that will make that not to work. Okay, and I hope that he sees it. I hope that he sees the things people are saying. Okay, and one thing about this president is he has a listening ear. Okay, honestly, he does, because if you see the meetings he's been having since he came in, he has met with almost everybody, besides you and me that are on this show tonight. Besides me and you that are on this show tonight, the president honestly has met with so many people, so many groups, individuals. I mean, name it. Okay, which means he is listening. He is listening. And anybody that goes to have a meeting with him comes out with something somehow. That is something else also. Okay, like I said to us, when we come into this show, let us take sentiments apart. Okay, what we'll not do is come into this show with heavy hearts about like the president, like Obi says. Obi, listen to this. Do you know that Obi, in as much as he's not coming out to say it, realizes that there is a sitting president. It might be for a short while. It might be for a short while. But Obi himself realizes that there is a sitting president. And this is why you don't see him going out there saying anything anyhow or doing anything anyhow. He's really, really understanding and respecting the authority in place until it gets to him. And I want you, so those of you that are obedient because of Obi, I want you to follow suit. Look at the principle and the way so far the obedience has been doing that. Did you realize that nobody, since this president came in, nobody has come out to put any kind of placard or do anything? Did you realize that? I don't even know if you people have realized it, that some of you that are on these platforms trying to kill me and stone me. Did you realize that the people that are on that forefront and that war front in Nigeria, they have not been fighting, they have not been out there with protesting or doing it. Did you realize there has not been any single protest since this president came in? Before that, we were seeing sporadic protests here and there and stuff. But did you realize since he came in, since that 29th till date, there is not a single protest anywhere? But from the courthouse to the INEC office to the president palace and everywhere, not a single protest. There's a reason for that. So why are you here killing yourself? Where are you here killing yourself? Okay, so Obi himself understood, and Obi that's why Obi goes to court every day, doing what he needs to do in court every day. Okay, respecting the authority in place. He's not saying anything. He's not castigating the president. He's not even questioning anything the president has done. Did you realize that, people? Did you realize that? That Obi, whom is the chief, wronged here, has not done anything, okay, to no police from this government. He realizes that. He is respecting the authority. And this is why you don't see the obedience or anybody coming out there to do anything, carry placards or do anything or make noise. And some of us come here on the air or come on these social media platforms and be making. Okay? So what it is now is that, and the reason is because Obi understand the seat of the presidency. What he is respecting is the seat of the presidency. Period. And that is what I want you to respect. The president is making all these calls he's making now, not because he is Tinubu. He's making these calls now because he is the president of Nigeria, of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That is why you see him making these calls. So if they put you there now as the president for one day, you will also make your own calls. You will also make your own calls. So because he is there now, Constitutionally, he has not been removed. So as he is there now, it's like he's there by the order of the Constitution. Because that was what they brought out that day, and he put his hand and they said swear, and he swear. So the Constitution now empowers him to be there until I don't know how many times I'm going to say it, people. Okay. But because of that, because of this cause that he has made as the president of Nigeria, which no Nigerian will make the cause he's making now. And because of that, that is why I'm discussing him. That is why I'm talking about him. Okay. That is why I'm weighing the things he has done and the things he's about to do. Because of the position that he's sitting, the respect I have for that position. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are questioning, that are coming to my private DMs and sending me all kinds of things, calling me on the phone, okay, chastising me and saying all kinds of things, SBI here will call it as I see it, period. If Obi comes in, when he comes in, I will also call it as it is. So right now, let me say it again. This president, the decisions he has made so far, okay, is good to me, good for me, and it should be to you too. Obi is not questioning him. What Obi was questioning is the mode on which he came in, but he's not questioning his presidency. He's not. What he was questioning is how he came in, which is a different thing altogether that is being dealt with. But right now that we are here, please, 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 let us come off that fence and look at what this president has achieved in this short 2, 3, 4 weeks. Okay? And I cannot say enough, he has done quite a whole lot. Somebody came to me, one of my posting the other, and said to me, wow, what has this president done that you are praising him this much? SBI. Where have you been? Mr. You know who you are. Where have you been? So you've not been seeing what is going on there? You've not had all these people that are being sacked, demoted, and you know what I'm saying? You've not seen all those? Those things are things that we, okay, besides all prejudice or sentiments or whatever, yes. Because some of the people that have run Nigeria, he's now after them, as we can see. He's now after them. And it took him time. It took him time. He watched the terrain before he started making this appointment he made today. Before he started making the appointment he made today, getting these guys to come in. You think he just picked these guys from the street? No, he did not. He has checked their dossier, checked their resume, and concluded that in the short term or long term he will be there, this man will deliver for him. And who wouldn't? Even if it's you too, you would like to go with your own people. You would like to go with your own men, your own women, your own, you would like to go with your own people. If it's you also. So these are, for Chief of Defense Staff, he has the Major General C.J. Musa, Chief of Army Staff, Major General T.A. Labaja, Chief of Air Staff, AVM H. Abubakar, Acting Inspector General of Police, DIG Kayode Ebotukon, and Acting Controller General of Customs, Adeyini Adewale. Now, those last two people, the custom guy and the police guy, those are still in the acting position. Okay? Those are still in the acting position. The president, it's only him that knows why these people are in the acting position. Okay? Okay. So he knows. Maybe one thing I said to us the other day is that there are things this president knows that we don't know. I believe he's privy to so many informations regarding that our country. Of course, he should be. Of course, he should be. He should be privy to every information, hidden and known, of that country. After all, he's the #1 man of the nation. Okay? So, he chooses those people now, whom I believe are people not necessarily that will be loyal to him and to his cause, more than anything, loyal to his cause, because they have to call his shots. They have to call his shots. They have to call it as he wants it for the betterment of that nation. Okay? So now he chooses Nuhu Ribadu, whom we are familiar with. He's an old soldier in the camp. Okay? He chooses him now to be the NSA. Okay? National Security Advisor. Okay, I heard yesterday, that some of these guys, not these new guys, but some of the old guys, fought against it. They fought against it. But he still went on to choose him, Nuhu Ribadu. They fought against him, choosing Nuhu Ribadu. From what I'm here, from what I had. Okay, from what I had. But he still, so which means he has his own mind. That's another thing. He has his own mind. And that's one thing I told us that I like about this president. I said it to us at the beginning. I said one thing I like about him is that he's a strong-willed president. He has his own mind. He knows what he wants to do. And he's a man that can call things and people will act. I said it to us. He's a man that can call. When he calls things, when he said to people jump, they said to him, how high? That is this president. Okay? And I like that about him. Honestly, I do. I do. That means all those cabals now, they won't dictate for him again. Because we know that was the issue coming in, with the cabals dictating, calling the shots. And what we had was just a ceremonial president. No, this is a national president. He calls his own shots. He calls his own shots. The things he's been doing so far, most people in his inner caucus are not even familiar or aware of what he's doing. Some of them are waking up and seeing it as you're seeing it too. Some of them are waking up and seeing it as you're seeing it. And I like that about this president. Yes, I do. Because we don't need a pushover president. We don't. We don't need somebody that, people will be dictating. Okay? That is why if you see all these shots, especially what he did with this man, I know that some of us are still, based on how you feel, okay? So you don't want to see it right. But what the president did with this man, I love it. And sooner or later, we're going to be hearing more of all the things he did. All the things that this man that looks like he can't even kill an ant did to that nation. Including the one they are alleging and the one they, alleging that, the one of terrorism and stuff. We're going to see all those things when they charge him to court. We see how that plays out. We see that how it plays out. So now, the president, not only has he done what he did in terms of removing the service chiefs, okay? In terms of removing the service chiefs, this is another thing that has happened. This year has happened with the president. Under his watch, reasonable minds, and you tell me that that's not what you want? Under his watch, in less than a week, ladies and gentlemen, this is where your stocks, if you have any stock in the Nigerian banks, you'll be laughing to the bank. The stocks, Nigerian stocks, banking stocks are reacting written 544 billion in gain in just a week. In just a week, my people. In just 1 week. Why do you think so? Why were we not hearing about this during the Buhari's time when Emefiele was there? You know why this thing happened? Do you know why this thing happened? This happened because of the policies, couple of the policies, in as much as one of them was not popular, which is this fuel subsidy removal, okay? But what he has done with the banks now, in less than a week, there is confidence in the banking sector again. This kind of money came in 1 week, 544 billion in 1 week. You know the reason why? This man that he took out. This man that he took out. Because when this man was there, some of the things that could have made our banks to be profitable, not on our behest though, that could have made them to be profitable, this man sat on it. It was only him and his cronies that were making money. It was only him and his cronies that were making money. The president saw all those things. The president saw all those things and said, no, there's no way under my watch this is going to be happening. They were able to consolidate the Naira exchange situation. The president took care of that. And one thing I like about him, when he says it is happening, they're doing it right away. And everything he's commanding is with immediate effect. There is nothing like tomorrow. So I say again that the policies that he has in place has made our banking sector to be profitable again. Yes. I don't know how he's doing it, but whichever way he's doing it, it's working. It's working. If it's one of those things that you guys are saying he borrowed from Obi, well, he's an intelligent, the president is intelligent. Because that's another word that some of you don't want to see me associate with this president. This president is super intelligent. Take it or leave it. Yes. Him and him, both of them, they are a good tandem. Both of them are a good tandem. Okay. I'm still to talk about both of them here, but with him and the other one, that he's chief of staff, yes. So this is what has happened in less than just in 1 week. So you know why? Not only did he took Emefiele out, he also selected. Remember last time I came here and I told us that he went to the Senate, asking them to give him the blessings to appoint 20 special advisors. Most of those advisors, do you know they were in the economic section? Do you know that most of the advisors he was asking for were at the economic section? Yes. Economics. So he understands numbers, and that is why he's doing things the way he's doing it now. Let me show you another thing that he just did. Okay, let me show us another thing that the president just did. This one. Okay, this one here. You know when he did this, we didn't even know. We're hearing about this now. He did this right after his inauguration. Right after his inauguration, he ordered CBN. So would this be the reason why? Is it one of the reasons why Because it looks like after his order, some people went against his order. You know who I'm talking about? Would that be one of the reasons why he now did what he did? Because he gave this order, he said that every payment should be stopped so that he can be able to checkmate fraud and make sure that things are things are being accounted properly. Because we know that that's what normally happens when there's a transition, when governments are transiting. That's when people do the unthinkable. So he knows, he's smart, he's been in authority, he understands. Then he said to them, no, every single payment should be stopped right now until further notice. They didn't like it because the moment he said, but it looks like the CBM man did so, it looks like he did his own thing too. That got to the president. That made the president to, you know what I mean? So this is not that they will not be paid, but he want to make sure that fraudulent activities does not take place at the dying minute. That was why he's ordered this. P2B will do the something. You will do the something too if you understand how the Nigerian government works. Okay. So that one he did. This is another one he did today, ladies and gentlemen. Baba. This is another one he did today. He has dissolved all the governing bodies of all the Nigerian agencies and institutions. Yes, he did. He did. Yes, he did. This one is a big hammer. This one now is a big hammer. I told us last week, if you do remember, I said that he is coming, more are coming from where that one came from. And I'm telling you, what coming out is that some people are gonna be going down too. He's not just dissolving them for the sake of dissolving. Mind you, these people are people he inherited from Buhari. These are people he inherited from Buhari. I don't think Baba Buhari is safe. Because when he goes after them the way he wants to go after them, some of them are going to talk. We saw the information going on last week, where it is being alleged or claimed that Emefiele said that he was releasing under the president order, that he was releasing 500 billion every month to the woman at the humanitarian affairs. He was releasing such money every month for some kind of palliative or for the poor. We saw that. I didn't confirm it, but I'm just mentioning it just from mentioning it on the person. I didn't confirm that, so that's why I didn't bring pictures or video or anything. But I believe that some of you saw that, where they claim, okay, they're saying that he's Emefiele is saying that he was releasing such amount. Can you imagine 500 billion monthly was being released to a department? And now the president comes up now and said that they're going to be giving student loan, and some of you are saying, where is the money going to come from? Really? That's why I was questioning you guys. I was questioning you guys that day that were saying that. My question to you was, really? With the kind of money in that country, we hear people are stealing and people, doing all kinds of things to the money. And the president now want to start putting that money back in Nigeria. And some of you are saying, how possible can that be? Some of you are saying, how possible can that be? So he dissolved that. He dissolved this agency. This agency is a transited agency that came from Buhari. Okay. And why not? Because they might have their own agenda. I still say it. The president needs to have his own people there. Some of you will say, if you didn't spoil, why changing it? Now, everything in Nigeria is spoiled. Under the former government, everything spoiled. So the president needs to clean house. He needs to clean house, and if he's starting Nigeria afresh, let him start Nigeria afresh. And if Obi comes in, when Obi comes in, Obi, I will ask him to do the same thing too. Clean house. Yeah, definitely. If Obi is coming after him, Obi is going to be cleaning up after him too. Obi is going to be cleaning up after him too. Obi will not return any of those people. Obi will not return any of the president men. Lie. You know what I mean? So that's what the president did. So he has dissolved all these agencies, okay? Dissolve all the boards, you know, when he dissolved them, he's dissolving the board, you know, the people that are in charge and stuff. Basically, so which means there are so many people the president has sacked since he came in. He has sacked so much people. Okay, remember, these are his party people. So which means this president is not playing party here. If he was playing party, he would have left some of them. But he's not playing party. I think he came in to do what he needs to do, okay, to get Nigeria where he thinks he wants Nigeria to be. And he has to bring his people. He has to bring in his people. Talking about his people, Mr. President, I have problem with some of the people. Not the people you choose, you know. Not Mr. President, it's your own discretion, okay? But it's just the inclusiveness. Mr. President, the inclusiveness of, you know, because you are still the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and not to the Yoruba nation alone. Yeah. Some of you will not like to hear me say that. Yes, Mr. President, you are the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and not the president of the Yoruba nations alone, or the Yoruba and the outside the nations alone. As I look at your current appointment, Mr. President, there's only one or two names there that are from the southeast, or the eastern side, Mr. President. Okay, I believe more will still be coming from that southeast. I don't want to second guess you. I don't want to be ahead of you or be in front of you, Mr. President. But I'm saying, sir, make it an inclusive, you know, let your what is it I'm looking for? Let your cabinet, okay, let your cabinet reflect that country. We still have one Nigeria, sir. Let your cabinet reflect, let it reflect, please, sir. Let it reflect Nigeria. There's somebody you choose. I've been trying to confirm that, you know, the Rear Admiral, what's his name again? Rear Admiral Emmanuel Ogala from Enugu State. You choose as, I'm hearing that you choose as the Chief of Naval Staff. Okay, so he's the only person on the service chiefs you've chosen. Okay, Nigeria is a vast country. We have the Hausas, the Igbos, every one of them there. Okay, so it looks like a cabinet. It looks like a cabinet is one-sided dominated by one particular group, sir. I'm not going to say it, sir, but you can look into it, and you know, you can look into it, and yeah, you know, let everybody feel. Let people be part of. Let us all be part of what you are doing, sir. Yeah, let us all be part of what you are doing. Nobody, no Nigerian should be left out. And all of us cannot run the country with you, but we are still running the country with you. We are praying for you, sir. Okay? But we're saying to you, choose the best minds. Choose the best minds. Yeah. I mean, why should I be saying that? Asking that you choose the best minds, and I'm still trying to say you should choose from, choose from a particular, Nigerians is across the boundary. Nigerians from all walks of life, especially in the service section of that country, is the whole tribe is in there, sir. Let it balance. Let it balance. Let us see some Ishago on your photo up. And not only Babariga, let us see some Ishago, 1 or 3 or 4, 5 Ishagos in there. When your cabinet lines up, we want to see some Ishago and some judges. We want to see that we want to see that mixed up. And that will reflect that country, sir. That will reflect that country. That's the only thing, the only comma I've seen so far when I look at some of these appointments, and I'm saying, are we still in Nigeria or Federal Republic of one tribe? Is that, are we still the Federal Republic of Nigeria or Federal Republic of one tribe? So, sir, please, since you are in that mood of making appointments and, balance it, sir. Balance it, okay? So that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go into, I'm going to go in here. Where is my, yes, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to bring in the man. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, on this one, it's still on. It's still on. It's still on. For those of you that are still questioning, is he still on? What is happening? What time is he going to, when are we going to get the verdict and all kinds of things? Well, it's still on. Quite a whole lot is going on there. Quite a whole lot. These lawyers are playing with us, mostly the INEC lawyers. The INEC lawyers are, they're not helping matters, honestly. They're not helping matters. Okay, they're delaying this thing, they're frustrating this thing, using P2B's lawyers' words. Okay, they're frustrating the whole process. The INEC lawyers are frustrating the whole process. They're still holding back on certain documents that they're supposed to release to the Beast camp. So the Beast camp are still coming to court complaining about these things. Both of them are accusing each other of trying to circumvent and take them on, take each other unawares. So some things they're saying there, you say to yourself, are they making these things up? Is this thing really, really for real? Are these people, with all the amount, the kind of money they've been paid, and they're coming and they're making this kind of argument that me and you wouldn't even make legally? So when I see that, I said to myself, it looks like these guys are just taking us for a ride. They're taking us for a ride. The way they're having their discussions, the kind of jokes. Sometimes you think that they just came together to crack jokes. Not realizing that the people's mandate is on the line and all kinds of things. So they're there, But the big thing that is happening is that obese people are still bringing in evidence, quite a whole lot of things. Eventually, there was an introduction today of this INEC situation, about the Beavers machine, the malfunctioning of the Beavers machine and the IRF machine and everything. That became the focal point today. They talked about it today. Okay, so they brought an expert from somebody they said works for INEC, or works for not INEC, works for Amazon. Remember, it was Amazon that hosted the server that was supposed to carry the movement of, the election result and stuff. Okay, so somebody from the team came in today. Okay, to tell them that there was no problem. There was not even a single problem with that. The problem was an internal problem. The problem was a man-made problem. That was what we had from the the witness that came in today to present the evidence, to talk about the beavers machine and all kinds of things that went on with the beavers. He said that nothing went on with the beavers. That whatever happened with the beavers happened internally. That it was something that you know what he was. The person, I think it was even a she. What she was, getting at. That from their own point, from the from the Amazon point or the server point, nothing happened. That's what this witness was saying. That whatever happened will happen. That they didn't have any issue uploading the National Assembly result. There was not an issue uploading even the governorship result that came in 2 weeks after. There was not an issue with any other election result that took place. That it was only that presidency. That it happened that way because somebody was behind it. That's what this witness was saying. They tried to twist her hands and twist her legs, and she still stood her ground. Okay, and now some of the things we're hearing now is that the people from we saw these things keep on flying left and right. We're hearing now that Amazon people are threatening to sue INEC to court and stuff. Well, we see that when we see that. Okay, we see that when we see that. So there has been a lot of witnesses and a lot of documents that have been tendered as evidence. Okay, the normal thing that has been going on, I call it normal because that has been a repetitive situation with both the Tinubu's lawyers, Tinubu Shetima lawyers, APC lawyers, and the INEC lawyers. Now let me tell you why I was a little bit disturbed with something I saw last week. Okay, commendable action. Thank you. There's something I saw last week. Okay. There's something I saw last week. And that thing is this. During the presentation, during one of the witness that was presenting, the witness that was discussing, he came to present the evidence of the collections or something of that nature. Okay. One of the things I saw there, and I don't know if you've seen the back and forth that took place between these lawyers. I said to myself, anybody that is coming in as a witness, okay, as a witness for the Obese camp, better be prepared. You cannot come there unprepared. You know why? Because you have 3 sets of lawyers that are going to come after you. Yes. You have 3 sets of lawyers that are coming after you. So if you come there not prepared, if you miss one, the next person is coming. You only have your lawyer to prepare you and set you up, basically. Then these guys will come attacking. I saw that, and I'm saying to myself, whoa. A feeble person cannot even come and stand on this witness box. Somebody that is not prepared cannot come in and stand on this witness box. Based on how these guys are coming, these are INEC lawyers, Tinubu's lawyers, and APC lawyers. You'll be thinking they're asking the same thing. No, they're not. So that kind of made me a little bit uncomfortable, little watching, But that witness, to an extent, held his own that day. He held his own. But if anybody that is not prepared, if that person comes in there, these lawyers are going to chew the person up, honestly. And that should be a lesson. That was the mathematician. The mathematician that came in here is one of the mathematician that came in as a witness. That should be a lesson. This guy also came in as a witness at some point for PDP. What's his name again? The crazy one from Kogi State. You know, he was their witness, the chief witness for PDP last weekend. You know, they questioned him and he held his own too. Okay, so that was a little concern for me, a little bit of a concern for me, watching how these witnesses were being attacked. Okay, like the one that came today. There's this one that came today. They don't want to ask him question. They go home to prepare for her. They don't want to ask her question. They go home to prepare for her. The one that came today, the witness that came today for P2B. Okay, so the thing here is that these witnesses better be prepared, because these lawyers, as much as they are funny, they're no joke. They're no joke in the way they're coming across. The way they're coming across, and these judges are just watching them do their thing. That's another thing. The judges are not calling, especially the INEC people. They're not calling them to order. They're having the INEC people run the court. Honestly, that from what I'm seeing, they're having the INEC people dictate the mood of the court. And that is not supposed to be so. That is not supposed to be so. That is not what it's supposed to be. You cannot have the INEC people dictating when to bring documents, when to answer subpoena, when to do any of those things. No, that's what is happening. The INEC people are being selective of what to say, what to bring, and what to give, and what to answer, and all, you know. And these judges are playing and playing. You know, the way I'm looking at it and the way I'm feeling about it, they are, you know, basically dancing to the tune of the INEC. You know, and this is just obese people. This is their time. Their time is being somewhat being wasted, for lack of a better word, as they continue to move further and further. Because as the INEC people are delaying this thing, is hurting obese people in doing what they're supposed to do. And I've seen 1 or 2 rulings go against the obese people, obese camp, because of technicalities. And that's exactly what the INEC people are playing. They're playing into the technicalities thing. That's what they understand. They understand this court. That is one thing I will tell us right now. INEC understand this court more than the rest of the lawyers that are there. Not understanding them in the way, they understanding them in a tricky way, in a tricky way, some kind of way to. And I'm not happy. Neither should I, and also you watching what INEC is doing, because they're not playing this on a fair ground. Okay, they do acting like they own the court. And the judges, I said again, the judges are not like contenting them on certain things they are not doing. Okay, there are documents they're supposed to be supplying to the prosecution. There are subpoenas they're supposed to. They came today and they're like, okay, should we answer the subpoena? Are we not answering the subpoena? And the P2B's people are just there playing into their hands too. You know, some of you will say, what else can they go? That's what they were asking the court. They don't know what else to do, that they've done everything they needed to do. And the court at that moment should have step in and, contempt these people. But they're not doing that. They're not doing that. So that is, I'm kind of worried about. I'm really, really kind of worried. When I look at all the transcript of the court proceedings and stuff, how things has been going, I say to myself, timing is everything. Okay, so the case is also adjourned to tomorrow, the 20th. Let's see what happens. Let's see if INEC people will do what this camp are asking them to do. But so far, in terms of the evidence that have been supplied, I use that word. In terms of the evidence that have been supplied and unleashed to this tribunal, it's been, it's something that if you're in the obese camp, you should be happy and stuff. Now, how those things are going to play, how they're going to play with the way the court is, seeing things and the way the court is acting. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. That's why I don't want to put so much of my mind on the court proceedings and what is going on there. After the first 2, 3, 4, 5 days of the proceedings, honestly, I just took myself out of there. I'm like, you know what? This thing is not playing. I'm like, this thing is not playing real well. You know what I mean? So I had to take myself off the court proceedings. Okay? So right now, these people are still doing what they're doing. They're still doing their thing. They're still unleashing all these evidence, presenting all this evidence. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay? Let's see what happens with this adjournment tomorrow. Another thing I want to talk to us about this evening, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, will be Dohanese. Dohanese, you'll be expecting them to step in, okay, with this thing that is going on in Lagos. With the thing that is going on in Lagos, you'll be expecting them to step in. Indeed, they did. Okay, they did. But they stepped in maybe not the way some of you will want them to step in, or the answer you'll be waiting to hear from some of them. Okay. But I got to say this. I got to say this to us. I think it was last month or a month before, almost 2 months ago. Last month when they brought down some of those houses in Ajawa Estate. Okay. So a lot of people were crazy. People were really not, having it. On a second thought, proper look, investigation, paying attention to the matters on the ground. Now we came to find out that it wasn't the people, it wasn't the state or the government that were wrong here. It was actually the people. Okay, and it looks like the same thing is playing on here. I understand all the tribal feelings and tribal sentiments that might be attached to the current situation. I understand that. Okay, but again, what is wrong is wrong. The word that is coming out now is that since 2016 or 2006, since then, let me see my cue card if I have it. Since then, since 2006, either 2006 or 2016, these people were being notified, or they were being asked to either vacate, or basically whatever they had there was not properly put together, and include maybe the house. It looks like also the house. The house was also not in good order. So some of us that might be thinking that they're coming against the whole Alaba market and stuff. No, it's a section. It's a section, and they have their reasons for bringing that down. If you go and look into it, you'll find out what I'm talking about. And that's what Hanese have looked into. Hanese have looked into that and said, okay, because of this, we're not going to look at this and say it's an Igbo thing alone. Because these people were properly and adequately notified to either move or relocate their stores and stuff. Okay? But we know us, we'll continue to play this, tribal sentiment and stuff, and not look at the thing as it is. Okay? So I don't know if, I don't have the full information, that I will admit. I don't know if they are planning to rebuild, or what else they want to do there. I don't know what they want to do there. If they want to put roads there or I don't know what they intend doing there. That we'll find out an update later. Okay? But yes, they started taking down those stores, and they gave them adequate notice and adequate time to move and do what they need to do. But they are aware that that store will be coming down, those stores will be coming down, or that section of the market will be coming down. Okay, and because of that, from what I've seen so far, that is why I cannot come out here and start shouting and crying trouble. Okay, that is why I will not come here. You guys know me. If it's an Igbo thing, I will be here shouting on it. But this one here now, because of the fact that they were properly and adequately and timely notified about what was coming. Okay, And they turned their ear, decided to stay there and be saying Ndibo store, Ndibo this, Ndibo that, and that. It can only happen to an extent. It happens everywhere. All those of us that are here to know that you cannot, if the city comes out after you on your property or something that you erected improperly and stuff, you bringing it down, or they'll bring it down, and not only will they bring it down, they'll bring it down and they will fine you, big time fine. As a matter of fact, they start fining you before they bring it down here in America. So if in Nigeria, these people were adequately notified and properly instructed, okay, on what to do and stuff, and they still refuse to do that, then what they saw today is all that they can wish for. Honestly, you know. And I look forward to a time when we cannot just come in and do things anyhow, because part of this better Nigeria we're talking about is making sure that things are done properly. Okay, making sure that things are done properly. If not, there's anything else beneath it or behind it that I don't know. But when I look at the timing, the time that they were notified, okay, then I said to you, it got nothing to do with this present government. This present government is only executing something that is overdue, because the notice didn't start with this present government. If they're saying it's 2006 or 2016, I mean, how many years now? You know, how many years now? You know, so this present government is only executing what is completely overdue. So that's what I would say on that one. So today we hear that the president has gone to France. In closing, he has gone to France. He has gone to France. You know, they say his team is saying it's for economic meeting, you know, to meet with some, he went with his economic team. I don't know how many of them, but he went with them to meet some, you know, it looks like it's an economic trip, basically. But people are still saying also that it's France, and France is where his medical people are, that he will also use that opportunity to go and take care of one or two things medically, okay? So whatever works out for the president, I'm for it. So far, he's doing it. And I ask that he continues to call the right shots. That's what we're praying for him for. Okay, we're praying for the president. Definitely we are. Okay, the Bible commands us to. He said we should pray for those in authority. And he is the person in authority, as we know right now, until anything else happens. But for the time being, he is the person in authority, and we will continue to pray for him. That's what the Bible says. We will continue to pray for him, because if he does the right thing there, it's for the betterment of the country. If he does the wrong thing, it's also, you know what I'm saying? So under the present situation, what would you want to see happen? Would you want him to call the wrong shots? Would you want him to, in these 2-3 weeks, or 1 month to 2 months, 3 months, or 1 year, whatever, how many, you know, how long he's going to be there? Do you want him to be calling the wrong shots? Do you want him to be doing things that will be detrimental to Nigeria? No. You want him to do the right thing. So pray for him. Okay? And when he does that right thing, please clap for him. That will be my last word, ladies and gentlemen, for the evening. Thank you so very much. Okay, thank you so very, very much for joining us this evening. It's been quite an evening. Okay, I didn't get to have my regulars this evening, so I didn't see you guys, you know, comment and interact with me as we normally do on a nightly basis. Okay, but again, to those of you that joined us this evening, I thank you so much for joining us. We are who we are, doing what we're doing over here because of who you are, doing what you do over there. Okay, we are finally back on the air. Thank God. The thing did not add up today, you know, so we're finally back in the studio. Yes, for almost 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, we've been out of the studio because we're having problems with the reception. So now we're back in the studio, and things are gonna be a little different from, But I thank you all of you also that were keeping tabs with us and keeping in touch with us and following us, also supporting us, and doing everything you can to make sure that this show remains vital. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, as is customary here, I say to you, if you have not done so, go and subscribe. And if you've not done so, please continue to give us those likes buttons. Okay, these are the things that makes our show to to be recommended for other people. The more you like it, the more people sees it, and they wanna find out why you're liking this. Don't come to the show, listen to the show, look at the show, and without, even if it's 1 second you want to be on the show, please give us that likes button. Okay, please, because those are the things. That's the food we eat. The likes and the love. Those are the things we eat. All right. And for those of you that are out there supporting us, continue to support us, continue to share our show. Okay, we're reaching quite a whole lot of you. Okay, both through our YouTube channels and Instagram and the Twitter, and now we're shooting from 2 Facebook channels, as I can see. Okay, so continue to support us, continue to share our show wherever you see it. Okay, if you've not subscribed, please do so. All right, so that's where I'm going to be ending tonight's show, and I look forward to seeing us by the same time when we started yesterday, this evening, the same time tomorrow. Okay. Pardon me for if there's any mistake anywhere. I'm still yours truly. I'm not CNN. Some of you now that are judging me. Oh Lord. There's nothing I've not seen on this show. The kind of things you guys be sending to me and stuff, Some of you are judging me with the highest of the highest standard, and I still say to you, we are just having fun. Okay, we are just having fun. Yeah, we are just having fun. Okay, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I look forward again to seeing us tomorrow. Again, you guys has been a staple tonight. Like I said again, continue to hit those like buttons, please, please, please. Okay. Thank you, Chike. I believe you've been on for a minute. Okay, I didn't see you. If not, and ask me when the tribunal is going to be ended. Okay, but thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for coming on. As usual, I appreciate it. Okay, so I look forward to seeing us tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, people. Until next time. Until next time.